movie, live commentary of the movie 2012's crime action thriller, Fire with Fire. It's not starring Bruce Willis, he's a side character. It's Josh Duhamel's film. It's about 97 minutes, so let's get started. I shut the chat off just for today because I need peace and quiet today. It's a Sunday, so. That way I don't have to look at the chat. Shush. It's a Lionsgate movie from the 2010s. Yeah, I didn't see this. I bought this movie at Walmart a few years ago. There's some water. Yeah, this is short, so I wanted to see it. Long Beach, California. I gotta lower this. This is just too loud. I gotta lower this volume because it's way too loud. There, I lowered it. I lowered it a little bit, so now I could see the movie without the thing being so loud. Yes, this movie has Fiddy in it, but he's not the main character, so it's tolerable because he's not the main character. Here we go, back to the movie. Sorry about that, folks, but it was just too damn loud. For rep, it's a little bit lower, so. Yay. Firefighters, that's what they're about. And Josh Duhamel's a good actor. He's like Timothy Oliphant if he was a better actor. Yeah, Christmas time is coming. Those Transformers movies did not do him justice. The ones that he was in. I thought that was Anna Kendrick. I'm domesticated. I don't like working on holidays because I've done it before. I went to jury duty on Valentine's Day once. Finding I don't discriminate. The guy has Mr. Terrific's afro. Hmm. That guy was that was the same actor from Space Jam. He played Michael Jordan's dad. Yeah, it's the same actor. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Hmm. Vincent D'Onofrio. Does this actor ever not play a villain? I swear, one of the only movies that D'Onofrio is not a villain is his cameo in the original My Babysitter, Adventures in Babysitting. For some reason, that's the only movie I've seen that he's not a villain. And he was young back then because it was the 80s. Every other movie or show, Daredevil, the TV show, he was a villain. Hawkeye, he came back as a villain. Jurassic World, he's a villain. Here, he's a villain. He's always playing a villain. Does this actor have to be typecast as a villain? Don't get me wrong, D'Onofrio's a great actor, but stop making him a stereotype. Honestly, he's always playing a villain. It's like Christopher Lee or Gary Oldman, most of the time, or Christopher Walken. He plays a lot of villains. They do it well. It's just that why typecast them? Don't typecast actors. Vinnie Jones, he also plays a lot of villains, and I'm like, why? Because he's a British dude. They're already gonna be against me most of the time. D'Onofrio, they make him a villain all the time. It's become predictable at this point. If they put him in a DC movie, he's gonna be a villain, isn't he? He's Italian. He's not Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. You don't have to make him a villain in every movie or an anti-hero. It's sad because I'm a brick, get it? I talk like this. Yeah, he does that in everything. Even in X-Men: The Last Stand. Ugh. He's a white supremacy. He has a swastika on his neck. I'm not showing that because if YouTube sees that, they will nuke my channel. You cannot put insignias of any kind on YouTube in a thumbnail because if you do, they'll say, "Hey, this is offensive." That's why there's not a lot of commentaries for movies that are religious because they have insignias and they will hurt people. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Pulling fun, Mr. Ryan. Yeah, I'm gonna be singing that a lot this year because it's funny, man. That Daffy Duck Hunt cartoon is funny, man. Dasani water. I have Dasani water. Look, clear Dasani water. It's when it's got salt in it. Yes, it does. See, this is Joshua Hamill's movie, but Bruce Willis is a side character in this. This is around the time that he was starting to get dementia and was making bad movies years after this. That's why he was making bad movies, guys. Don't blame him. It was the brain. Once the brain is gone, you're mush. Trust me, I know. Jingle bells, jingle bells. And this having taking place during Christmas is a coincidence because I forgot this movie takes place in winter. Because everybody's outside with like t-shirts, and I'm like, I guess because California, it never gets cold over there. It doesn't go below 40 because it's California. It's a hot state. When I first saw this, I'm like, wait, Bruce Willis is not the lead in this? It didn't bother me because Duhamel's a good actor. City of Long Beach Police Department. I've never been to California. There's Bruce Willis. Almost 10 minutes in. Bonnie Somerville. She's the girl that she's the girl that screams in Spider-Man 2, right? When she sees Doc's arm. That's funny. I thought it was Lucy Lawless. Because this movie, at least Bruce Willis cares. Or Looper, even though I wasn't a big fan of Looper. Because I thought Ryan Johnson, he just doesn't know how to write. He can direct movies, can't write to save his life. That's why the first Knives Out, it could have been shorter. It did not need to be 2 hours and 10 minutes. You're an idiot for doing that. Your movies should be shorter, not longer. The Last Jedi is a mistake of a sequel because you made a sequel to Force Awakens longer for no reason and added more characters that we don't care about. Yeah. Did he just hiss at him? Because I haven't done any movies with Bonnie Somerville except her cameo in Spider-Man 2. The theatrical cut, not the extended cut that I have on Blu-ray. I might do that one just in case, before Brand New Day comes out. I'll probably do the extended cut. So I'll just comment on the extended cut. Why's my dad so loud? Ugh. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in years. I heard the commentary a long time ago. This has a commentary. It has two commentaries with the director David Barrett and cinematographer Christopher Probst, and this actor's commentary. I heard the both, so it's not with Bruce Willis. I think Duhamel's on the cameo, the commentary. It's like The Usual Suspects, yeah. It's Vincent D'Onofrio. He looks the same in every movie. Even when he's bald, you can recognize him. I shut the chat off because I don't want people talking. Only got a few of these left. I think. That was funny, man. Because this movie's dead serious, so there's no comedy in this. Baldy. I know. Mm-hmm. That's a nice picture. Jeremy Thomas Coleman. Jeremy Coleman. It's a good opening. It's 15 minutes long, so it's a long opening. Diego Villanueva. Fire with Fire. That's not Julian McMahon. Also, yes, rest in peace, man. I'm so sorry, man. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Yeah, he can't act, but he's not the lead in the movie, so it's okay. And Vincent D'Onofrio, of course. He's so he's so predictable with what he's gonna play, and usually in every movie or show that I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of him playing villains. Let him play something different. Can he do voice acting or something? Poor man has been ever since like the late '90s. When he did Men in Black, he's always typecast as a villain. He was that roach in Men in Black. Before he gets out of the skin. New Orleans, Louisiana, 8 months later. The South, I say. There she is, Rosario Dawson. My dad can't. He can't tell the difference between her and Zoe Saldana. It's pretty easy. She's black. Zoe Saldana's not. She's there's Kevin Dunn from also from Transformers, except he doesn't do anything. The, it's good to see him happy because he doesn't have this much personality in Transformers. He just yells a lot and runs a lot. That's all I remember from Josh Duhamel's character. Hold on. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle. Girl. She's so small, yeah. I actually prefer her than Zoe because I don't like Avatar. Sorry. I liked her in the Guardians films and Star Trek, but not in Avatar because they waste their time. I prefer black girls. I know she's part black, but she's a Miles. a mix of black and Latina, but she looks more black to me. I have my preferences. We all do, of some kind. We all have preferences of some kind. Well, rest in peace, man. I miss you, Julian. I didn't know you had cancer. So he was a good actor. I'm not gonna knock him because he was Australian. I preferred him than Anthony Starr. I forgot he was in this movie. Mm, palm trees. I have a preference. I do. I just wish Ahsoka had more personality in the TV show. It's just Disney made her boring, and I'm like, why? You have a good actress playing her. Why would you make her like, I'm stoic and I'm not gonna have any personality? No, so Ahsoka's not like that in the cartoon, in both Rebels or the Clone Wars. And she didn't do Transformers, Rosario Dawson. More rain. 9:05. We're 23 minutes in, so the first act is almost done. Fire and Smoke. Yeah, I saw a lot of that this year. Let me lie down. Just big juicy lips. Again, I just prefer her because Zoe Saldana is gonna be an Avatar until she's like 50, and I'm like, yeah, James Cameron, you'll never use Rosario Dawson for one of your films. You don't make films anymore. You make demo reels. When I do the Terminator films, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Hell, the first movie I had it for 20 years and it's scratched, so I have to just stream it. It's not a hard movie to find. It's from 1984, so. Yep, a sniper. Yep, it got her. Of course it got her. Because she was doing other films at that time. This is what happened last year. You know what happened. This movie's intense too. I still think the movie I did last week was more intense. The I think it was Hostage, I think, with Bruce Willis. This one is different though. It's shorter. And it doesn't take place in one location. He got shot right in the ear. She's a goner. This is why I don't want to become a cop or a fireman. They're always in the line of fire, whether it's real fire or gunfire. I don't want to be scared. I don't want to be. I thought that was Michael Rooker. It's not him. He was doing Guardians of the Galaxy. He was like filming it at the time. Ugh. He's putting a needle inside of him. I started this podcast early because on Sundays I usually do the podcast early, not at night. She didn't die, but she almost did. She was left for dead. That it took pictures of them. Hmm. That's all I am. I'm the rebel. Me. The acting is pretty good in this movie. Except for Fiddy, he's not an actor. That's why he's barely in the film. He produced the movie and he has a small part. That's it. He's on the front cover like he's a lead and he's not the lead. Him and Bruce Willis are side characters. I've heard that one before. You lie down now. This movie's on 2B as well. There's a lot of decent movies on there. People think that there's nothing but garbage on there. Wrong. There's a lot of mainstream stuff that's on there, and independent movies because this is an independent movie. I don't remember this movie being in theaters, not nationwide. Ugh. ESPN. That sounds like a John McClane right there. It's a man. It's not a kid. You saw they hung up. You can't just tell me things out of nowhere, you know? That's not being a rebel. That's just being petty. I'm the rebel in on YouTube. Me. I've had a rebellion since I was a kid, so I do what I want when I want when it comes to the movies I choose on this on YouTube. Because, like I said, when I was on Streamyard, I couldn't even do whatever I wanted because they wanted me to pay to stream. No, I don't pay. Okay, I don't pay Streamyard. I do live stream for free. It should be free for everyone who's over 18. There's Vincent D'Onofrio. Hmm. A contract. Contract Keller. Hmm. Yep, it's time. It's this constant in everybody's life. So many people on here, on the internet, waste their time doing things that they shouldn't, like making excuses. Hmm. Again, I'm sick of D'Onofrio playing villains. This is why you kill the villain in the beginning of the movie. You don't let him get away with murder and then, let him toy with you. You don't always have to kill the villain at the beginning, at the end of the movie. In The Last Jedi, Snoke dies like in the middle of the film. He doesn't die at the end. An emergency exit. Of course he's running. He doesn't want to be there. Jingle bells. It's a good cast mostly, except for Jackson because he's not in the film much. It's been 40 minutes and he hasn't showed up yet. So 46 hours later, here we go. Scene at Cherry Avenue. Wonder Bread, that's racist. That's Rampage Jackson also. Another guy that can't act. No, this is not American history. That movie's way more racist than this. Oh. Why can't we all just get along, regardless of race? There's 50. 45 minutes into the movie, about, more or less. It's not an actor. It's a rapper. Stick to rapping. Fiddy has the same face in every movie he's under. I'm mad. You see me? I'm mad. We get it. You got shot 9 times. They think that that makes him an actor. It's not. This is why Expendables 4 flopped. Because you got a guy that can't act, and then you have a bunch of subpar Expendables that nobody cares about. That's why it flopped. Kmart doesn't exist anymore. Yes, this has stereotypes. Just don't expect to see Fiddy in Black Panther 3 or in the DCEU. Unless he's a rapper, that's the only role that he can play. He's not an actor. Bullets. Eight's Club. Because Rosario Dawson was written out of the movie. Because she doesn't do much in the film. She's in the beginning and then kind of disappears. Because again, she was doing other films at the time. There she is. In Phoenix, Arizona. How she survived that shootout, I don't know. We're almost an hour in. Poor Jeremy. He goes through so much in this movie. A hoodie. Boxer. Screen is not. Two fight scenes going on and not at once. No, there's no dancing in this movie. This movie's brutal. Yeah, he's dead. Got hit with a bat. Don't check the body, just leave. A symbol on his face. The movie's half done, so. Gotcha. No, I think you got them. Right in the head. The coroner. And yeah, this movie has a body count. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gang retaliation. Next week, I'll try to do something a little bit lighter. Not every movie I'm going to do on a Sunday needs to be dark. A shower. Get all that blood off his body. Flashbacks. They're short though. They're not like 5 minutes long. It's a good performance by Duhamel. The movie's like 2/3 of the way through, so a ball cap. Yeah, he did. Almost got killed. Bros can hug. Yeah, Bruce Willis doesn't have much to do in the film. That's why it's more Josh Duhamel's movie. At least Duhamel's a good actor. Fiddy was in one scene, and then he's in the front cover. It makes no sense. He's not in the film. He doesn't do anything. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I'm gonna sing that later this month and in December, because that cartoon is funny, man. I logged it on Letterboxd because it's so funny. That ending just cracks me up because it comes out of nowhere. I told you the best jokes are when you don't see it coming. There's a picture of her with the headphones. The It's a loud movie because like it's a Lionsgate DVD. I would love to see her at Comic Con. I think she was there, but it was a day I wasn't going. Obispo Avenue, Long Beach. Today's the 9th, so tomorrow's the 10th. There's a lot of birthdays tomorrow. I gotta post girls tomorrow and Tuesday on Veterans Day. He's sneaking around like Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. Yep, we caught him. Ah! Yes, I see it. That he cut your leg. DeHamill has some screen presence in this. These guys are white supremacists. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of actors from Marvel in this movie because you have D'Onofrio was in Daredevil, Julian McMahon was in Fantastic Four before it went south, and Rosario Dawson was in I think like Luke Cage or something like that. And DeHamill hasn't done Marvel yet. Uh, who else was in them? Yeah, so there's a lot of Marvel actors here, whether it be the shows or some of the Fox movies. And Vinnie Jones was in X Men: The Last Stand. So yeah, that's how many actors have been at least one Marvel movie. It doesn't matter what company made it. If it's got the Marvel logo, it's a Marvel movie. To hell with technicalities. It's like saying Venom's not a Marvel movie. Yeah, it is. It's got the Marvel logo. It's a Marvel movie. Suck it. Yeah. It's like the Punisher movie from 2004. It's not the MCU, but it's still a Marvel movie. It's just not one that they talk about because it's Lionsgate that released that one, not Fox or Disney. Right in the head. Yeah. You want to kill someone in a movie, the head's where to go, not the shoulder or the chest because they can survive that. LAX. So don't go into this movie thinking it's Bruce Willis's movie. It's not his movie. I said that many times in my review years ago and in this podcast. She has beautiful hair. Willis is a cop, but Josh Duhamel's a fireman. Oh, what fun it is to ride on the window something sleep. It's funny, man. More rain. This music is good. The score is good in the film. No soundtrack because it's not one of those films. I'm tired of people making excuses. I don't make excuses. I didn't do a podcast yesterday because I didn't want to. I was in a lot of distress. Fire alarm. Wow. They pushed him too far. I get it. More talking in the rain, like Blade Runner. Jingle bells, all the way. Oh, what fun it is to... Almost done, guys. We're 70 some minutes in, so we got a few more minutes and then the movie's over. At least it's not 2 hours long. Movies are not this short anymore. Everything has to be over an hour and 40 minutes or 2 hours and some minutes. Or 3 hours in the case of James Cameron, everything he does. Because he can't make a short movie anymore. Everything's got to be long and boring in the truth. Yep. See, he's not afraid of death. We know. Because Hostage was way before this movie came out. That was 2005. This was like 2012 or on there, 2013. Nope. Finally, Bruce Willis does something in the film. Ping pong. White supremacists, you can say that. I'm not gonna get flagged because I say that. That's what these guys are. They have Nazi symbols on their body. They're white supremacists. This is why Josh hates that American History X movie. Again, it's a racist movie. I get it. Edward Norton plays a very dark character, like he does in a lot of his films. I get it. This world is filled with hate, and it's our job not to feed into it. Look at those brown eyes. It's 10 o'clock already, 10:01. The movie's almost over, though. Good thing the movie's not 2 hours, because if it was 2 hours, I would have done this way sooner. Oh, what fun is to... "10:01. The clock is still ticking. Yes. The Wire. You locked her in. He's doing that to protect her. He didn't lock her in all the way. See? She was tracked. Too bad that Julian McMahon had to pass away this year. I didn't know he had cancer. No wonder he disappeared from Hollywood. He'll be missed, along with a lot of other people that died in 2025. But I'm not going to be one of them. Mm-mm. I will not be a statistic. No amount of people smoking weed is going to stop that. My momentum keeps going because the year's almost over, and I only got another month of podcasts to do, and then I'm taking a break for a while. Don't expect a podcast on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day because I need a break. I don't do podcasts on New Year's Eve anyway. I do it like the 30th and then I stop because I want to spend New Year's Eve away from the house. The fire burns all the way. Living through the darkest day, its fire burns all the way. I miss CM Punk's original theme. Its fire burns all the way. Again, I'm a fire that's gonna keep on burning, guys. Josh, your candle burned out a long time ago because you did one podcast, you failed, and then you just stopped production. That's not how life works. It doesn't work that way. Either you do things or you don't. There are no excuses. That's what I have to say about that. That's right, burn. A lot of wrestlers had fire in their theme song. CM Punk, Kane, who else? Seth Rollins, yeah. Because fires are natural and they can burn you. I know. I've got burned many times from either something hot or the sun. Yeah, this third act is pretty awesome. It's more of a crime thriller, but it's still a very entertaining movie. No more excuses for 2026. Yep, he's seeing it all burn down. Go get her, dude. I have enough film to do podcasts for the next 5 years. Yeah, that's how that's how much my collection, how big my collection is, and also a lot of movies I have on streaming as well. I got it. I got it. This is a pretty intense scene because this is real fire. It's not CGI. There's no CGI in this movie. Again, you don't always need it. Not needed all the time. If it's a fantasy film or sci-fi or a superhero movie, I get it. But you don't have to use it in every genre. These are the kind of films I miss because nowadays everything has to have CG. Even dramas have to have CG. I'm like, why? Why do you have CGI babies in Fantastic Four? Or American Sniper? Or Twilight? You're stupid. Use a real baby. Or a doll or something. Just don't use CGI. It looks terrible. Run, girl. When they say fire with fire, yes, this movie lives up to that name at the end. You could have cut some stuff out. Like I said, Curtis Jackson could have been cut. Rampage Jackson's not an actor. He could have been cut too. Josh Duhamel could have gotten that gun at a gun shop. Yep, a physical fight. Because nowadays they use CG so much that even animated movies have to be CG 90% of the time because they think that's what people want to see. I'm like, no, it's just a cheaper option. But you could do things practically too. Look how many animes made money this year, and they don't use a lot of CG. Yeah, look at Chainsaw Man. Look at Demon Slayer and One Piece and Naruto. They don't have to use a lot of CGI, guys. I don't know. There wasn't a Naruto movie this year, but I'm saying in the past. I think there were some animated movies. Or K-pop Demon Hunter. Well, that was CG, I would say, but most of them just for once, I would like to see Vincent D'Onofrio do something different. He's getting older. You don't have to make him a villain in everything. You don't. It's been typecast to death. That's right. Take that, Kingpin. You missed. Yep, she got him. You ever heard of karma? What goes around comes around. That was awesome. Yep. No, folks. I don't answer phone calls from California. I don't know who that is. If it was from New York, I would answer it, but not San Francisco. I don't know anybody there. And I don't answer the phone when I'm doing a podcast. Unless it's an emergency, and it's not. So, Aladdin. It's a good movie. I think it's just underrated. It's not terrible. The critics just are like, oh, there's cliche. Yes, but it's entertaining. Bonnie Somerville, I wish they gave her more to do, but they weren't gonna. She's not an action star, so even in Spider-Man 2, she only had one scene, and people remember it for her screaming at the camera. It's in both cuts of that movie. Well, D'Onofrio's dead again. I mean, when doesn't he play a villain? It's very rare now. They said, you know what? You know who needs to be a villain in almost every movie or show? Vincent D'Onofrio, not De Niro, Pacino, or even Marlon Brando when he was still alive. It's got to be D'Onofrio. It's insulting. If I ever meet that man, I'm like, yeah, they cast you in too many villain roles. And that was Fire with Fire, guys. 94 minutes long. Very entertaining movie. And if you haven't seen it, watch it at least once. It's worth your time. I wouldn't recommend garbage, guys. I'm not that kind of person. If the movie's not for you, I get it. But, you know, unless you're scared of fires or something. But it's really well done. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me. And tomorrow I'm going to do another film. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll just post it later. So see you guys in the next one.